A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a fiery press conference held at his Mar-a-Lago estate, President-elect Donald J. Trump delivered a stark warning regarding the ongoing hostage crisis in the Middle East. As tensions rise and negotiations falter, Trump emphasized that all hell will break out in the Middle East if Hamas does not release the hostages it is holding by the time he is inaugurated on January 20th. The president-elect repeated this ominous phrase 4 times, making it clear that he views the situation as urgent and dire. "If they're not back by the time I get into office, all hell will break out in the Middle East," Trump stated, underscoring the potential ramifications of inaction. His comments come as approximately 100 hostages, including American citizens, remain in captivity after being seized during Hamas's brutal incursion into Israel on October 7, 2023. The gravity of the situation is compounded by reports that many of these hostages may have perished while in captivity. Trump's remarks signal a shift in tone and strategy as he prepares to take office, but he offered little detail on what specific actions he might take should the hostages remain unaccounted for. "They should have never taken them," he said, reflecting on the initial attack and the subsequent fallout. While President Biden and his administration have been actively working to negotiate the release of these hostages, Trump suggested that his threats might compel Hamas to comply. However, experts in Middle Eastern affairs expressed confusion over the implications of Trump's statements, questioning how effective such threats could be in influencing a group like Hamas. Meanwhile, negotiations continue in Qatar, where Hamas has indicated a willingness to release 34 hostages as part of a potential ceasefire agreement with Israel. Trump's designated envoy to the Middle East, Steve Witkoff, reported that a lot of progress has been made in these talks, expressing optimism that a resolution could be reached before the inauguration. "I believe we've been on the verge of it," Witkoff stated, adding that he would be returning to Doha shortly to continue discussions. The ongoing conflict has seen Israel maintain a firm stance, insisting that military operations will persist until the hostages are freed and Hamas is dismantled. As the clock ticks down to Trump's inauguration, the pressure mounts on all parties involved. The president-elect's threats have raised eyebrows and sparked debate about the potential consequences of his approach. While he remains hopeful for a resolution, the reality on the ground remains complex and fraught with uncertainty. As the situation develops, the world watches closely, aware that the stakes could not be higher. Trump's comments reflect a broader sentiment that the hostage crisis is not just a political issue, but a humanitarian one that affects countless lives. The fate of the hostages hangs in the balance, and the actions taken in the coming days could have far-reaching implications for U.S. foreign policy and the stability of the Middle East. With tensions already high and the potential for escalation looming, the next few weeks will be critical in determining the outcome of this crisis. Trump's warning serves as a reminder of the urgency of the situation and the need for decisive action to secure the release of those held captive. As the world awaits the new administration's approach, the hope remains that diplomacy will prevail over conflict and that the lives of the hostages will be prioritized above all else. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.